Hello everyone, Pinder here, and today I'm back with another ETCC video, and today we are going to round 5 and 6 at the Lime Rock Park circuit, the alternative full circuit, and we go to the grid with EVI Invisible AK on pole, with DJ Uyuko in the Mazda second. Third we have Prod EKR, a new runner in the Honda. Then we have GTO Out of Nowhere returning in the Peugeot. P5 we have CR27 Gaming, I believe he was another newcomer. Then we have Harry K5 P6 in the Pinketeer Ford Focus. Then we have Afternoon 7 in the BMW. P8 Runner GT4 also in the BMW. Then we have me, P9, in my new Williams Racing inspired Martini Peugeot. Then we have MacLeod 100 in his updated livery as a 9K starting P11. P12 we have Jimmy T 1996 in the Subaru. 13 we have Prod Forza 4 AMG in the BMW. 14 the Real Meal, the event organizer, again in his Focus. Racing Heart GT starting P15 in his Subaru. And 16th we have Blitz Skyline R34. So this is the biggest grid we have had, and let's go to the start of the race. As you can see, I get a fairly good start off the line in my Peugeot, getting off quickly underneath the bridge into the first corner, get tapped a bit by MacLeod 100 storming through around the outside in his Scirocco, probably well, definitely the fastest car. As you can see, some people going wide in the background there of this shot, and now I'm following behind Harry K5 as Blitz Skyline R34 goes up my inside, and I'm forced back down a position just ahead of the real Emil, who's going to try and overtake. And ahead there was a incident, as you can see here, as we're running on board with Prod Forza 4 AMG. This is just before the incident. You can see there my teammate crashes into the barrier, so I'm going to rewind and see what happened there. Can we go to GTO Out of Nowhere in the other Peugeot? Yes, we can. And we can see what happened. Oh no, that's the Mazda, sorry. Okay, here we go with the Peugeot, and you can see he gets tapped there by the Honda Civic, and he is into the wall there. Then he collides with the Mazda, and it just causes a large pile up there, so not the best position for people to be in, and everybody has to filter around the accident that has happened there, which big pile up at that chicane. But that was the main pile up, I think, in this race that I saw anyway. I don't know about any others. I think there may have been a couple incidents here and there, obviously with the nature of the circuit being quite tight and difficult to race around at Lime Rock, but I think it was okay for the most part, and I think people were able to have some clean racing going on. Here you can see the Forza Motorsport Subaru go right round down my inside and overtake me there up my inside. You can see him go, and there I go wide, and Rhino GT4 is able to overtake along with Afternoon 7's BMW, and that puts me down a couple of positions. But you can see here Blitz Skyline R34 has gone off in the Scirocco, which allows me to regain one of the positions that I lost on that straight there and through the first corner. And also you can see the Pinketeer of Harry K5 going a bit slowly, so I try and go to the outside, which will be the inside for the chicane, braking now. And you can see we turn into each other, and I hope that this is one of the breakable tyre walls, but it's not, and I end up stopping, so I have to reverse and go back round it and do a sort of 3-point turn here on lap 2 out the chicane, and that gives me P12 in the race, which is a good position, I think. Not only a couple of positions outside the points, and on lap 3 you could see Blitz Skyline R34, I believe that was, again going wide after he overtook me through the chicane once again. You see as a 9K there on the apex, he had a bad race obviously, since he spent most of the race like that, and now I am behind the, I believe that's the Mazda, yeah, the Mazda just ahead there, that I am behind now on lap 4. As we go around the first corner, can I make an overtake? No, I can't. I do not think I'm close enough at this stage in the race to do a move on the Mazda ahead of me. But on race lap 11 now, you can see CR27 goes off onto the grass there towards the pit entry, and that gives me P10, so it puts me up into the points now, and that's good for the start of lap 12. You can see people going into the pits. I believe that was CR27 Gaming, and you can see now that the Mazda can go charging up my inside, and that puts me back down into P11 sadly. But I'm going to try and make a move, but I can't quite get up the inside there of the Mazda, so I'm going to have to settle for P11 for now, but I'm going to carry on, going to try applying the pressure. You can see his tyres smoking there. I think tyre wear was a big issue at this point, and now MacLeod 100 has come up behind me to try and lap both of us, so I'm going to try and give him some room since I'm the car that's being lapped, and I would have blue flags if this was a Formula 1 game, for example, so I'm going to let him go past, and you can see here we're 3 abreast going into the chicane now, and I'm just going to have to follow behind and hope that somehow I can gain time on DJ Yuyuko in the Mazda Speed 3 there, and yes I can go around the outside. We tap slightly with my rear left and his front right, but it's been a fairly clean move, and I'm up into P10 once again, back into the points, which is a good position to be in. But here on lap 13 you can see going down the hill now and going around, I slide a bit, doing a bit of a drift, and now I get tapped by the newcomer in the Honda. Nothing that any of us could have really done there. It was a bit me sliding, and I don't know where he was trying to go there, trying to overtake, but it does compromise also Rhino GT4, and that put me down back into P11. It allowed the Mazda Speed 3 to go back through there, and that put me back down into P11 obviously, as I've just said. And here you can see Rhino GT4 again laps me there around the outside. It was a very close move from the chase cam that I was using during the race. I don't think I put it in actually in the edit, but yeah, it was a really close move, and I was sort of quenching my butt cheeks there going around that corner like, no, this is going to be close. But anyway, here we have the race results, so you can see the people who did well and the people who did not so well. Me and P11 just outside the point, so it's a pretty good race. Now for race 6, the grid, afternoon 7 starting on pole with Prod EKR in the Honda on P2. P3 we have Rhino GT4 in the BMW. This is P3. P4 we have GTO Out of Nowhere in the Peugeot, the other Peugeot. P5 CR27 Gaming in the Lexus. P6 DJ Yuyuko in the Mazda Speed 3. P7 the real Emil once again in his Focus. P8 we have EVR Invisible AK in the Scirocco. P9 we have another Scirocco, Blitz Skyline R34, so row 4 is locked out by Sciroccos. P10 we have Prod Forza 4 AMG with Jimmy T 1996 being P11. P12 MacLeod 100 again in his Scirocco. Me in P13 with my Williams Racing livery. Harry K5 P14. P15 again we have Racing Heart GT, and finally in last place as a 9K, who is not having a great day so far. But here we go for the start of this race. You can hear the cars come away now, and you can see that the Peugeot again gets a fairly good start, not quite as good start as MacLeod 100 in his Scirocco, and you can see we go up the inside of Jimmy T 1996 and around the outside of Racing Heart GT. It's a 3 abreast here on the helicopter camera, and I have to go wide here, making a mistake, and you can hear I really haven't turned down the audio on that camera, and I collide with Harry K5 and then with Azza 9K and the Mazda Speed 3 as well there. I didn't realise who it was, I just saw a black car rear end me as I was sliding out there, and that allows GTO Out of Nowhere to come literally out of nowhere and overtake me for P. I actually don't know what position that is, but he is going to be in my slipstream with the Mazda Speed 3 just behind him there, and we're going to go into the chicane 3, forming a chain now, not 3 abreast though, not quite that close yet, like it was when MacLeod 100 was lapping me on the previous race, on race 5, and you can see that I'm now catching up a bit to CR27 through the chicane now, and it's going to be a 4 long train as GTO Out of Nowhere tries to take the inside line, and I'm gonna let him do that because teammate camaraderie, Peugeot camaraderie here, and I'm gonna let him go through. But it does mean that I'm down a position. I'm gonna try and keep in his slipstream anyway for lap 2 now, and gonna see if I can keep within overtaking distance, or at least gonna try and keep within touching distance of him. But I've gone a little bit wide onto the grass slightly, not quite as much as the previous lap luckily, and that's gonna put me down P14 now. Not really the best start I've had. This is the lowest position I've had, but then this is the most people that have actually been in a race so far. I came into the pits on lap 8 in P12, but obviously other people had come into the pits by this time, so we're going to see what position I come out in and how many people overtake. So right now I'm in P13, which isn't too bad. That was the position I was, well no, I was in P14 just before people started going into the pits, and looking at the things, there's still people to come into the pits, but I doubt I'm going to be able to leapfrog them, and it looks like on lap 9 I'm coming out in P14 after my mandatory pit stop on race 6, and round the corner we go, and it looks like we are going to be P14. Nobody's going to overtake quite just yet, and we're not going to be able to overtake anyone, but coming on to lap 11 now, we are going up into P13 as somebody else pits, so we were able to jump one person in the pits there, which is good to see that I can do that. Luckily close enough to do that, and it looks like the Martini stripes are paying off, the racing stripes adding plenty of horsepower. As you can see, Blitz Skyline R34 goes wide, gifting me P12 here on lap 15, and that is going to be a nice position to have as we go round the final corner here on lap 15, and that is going to be the highest that I got in the race in race 6. And here are the event results. You can see MacLeod 100 won this race and me down in P12, so no points for me sadly. I'm still on 5 points in the Drivers' Championship. I'm not sure where Peugeot are in the Constructors, but it does look like my teammate got at least 1 point. But this is the end of the video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, give it a like, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Also, I recommend you check out the Real Emil on YouTube, who is organising this event, and Rhino GT4 on Twitch, who does stream these events to his Twitch channel every Friday at 11 PM BST, which is when these events are held. So get yourself onto his stream. And I don't know if I'll be able to make next week's event. I'm a bit busy just before the start time, so if I can make it, that's great. If not, then don't expect a video, but I'll put that on my Twitter and my Discord. If you do want to get updated, then I'll put that there if I can or can't make it. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.